Kings Hockey is brought to you by Kia. To learn more, visit mysocalkia.com. And by Mercury Insurance. Save big on your auto insurance. Get a fast, free quote at mercuryinsurance.com today to see how much you can save.
Welcome back to Staples Center. Julie Stewart-Binks and Sean O'Donnell getting you set up for the Kings taking on the Avalanche. Sean, what are tonight's keys to the game?
Win.
That would be good.
I think that Colorado is a good, fast, young team. I think they like to run and gun. I think the Kings need to stick to their game. They play a possession game, grind down their defense. I think if there's a weakness to Colorado's team, they have good forwards. Their goaltenders are playing great. That defense, I think they can get it in, work that defense down low, and hopefully get a shot advantage the way they have the last couple of games.
Number of changes in the Kings lineup. Is this going to be a bit difficult for them to adjust, or are they used to this kind of stuff?
Well, I think so far. The good news is the top six has been the same as it is the last couple of games. That third and fourth line, it seems like there's a lot of interchangeable parts, and Daryl Sutter's done a really good job moving that. I don't think it's a big deal. I think the team has gotten used to it. It's one of the things when you have injuries, you get used to playing in that kind of way, so I think they've done a good job.
You get used to that sense of urgency. You get used to having to just dig in and give it your all. Well, we're going to take it inside now for the Kings Avalanche with Jim Fox.
All right, thanks, Julie, very much, Sean. And the Kings and the Avalanche getting cranked up here at Staples Center. The matchup in goal. Ben Scrivens. Dodd shows us again with his numbers, the numbers that have been impressing everyone. And, you know, Daryl Sutter talked about it the other game, 5 or 6. He wants to see 10, 20 games like that before he will crown him one of those guys. You know, Daryl doesn't like to throw around the compliments too much, but certainly Scrivens, especially early in games, has been doing it for the Kings this year. In goal, Semyon Varlamov is in goal for the Avalanche. The numbers for him this year, outstanding. They would be. They figured out how to balance that speed they have up front, along with a little bit more aggressive style back on the blue line, and the numbers showing right there in the goaltender who is starting tonight. The officials for tonight's game, Frederic Lécuyer and Kelly Sutherland. They're the referees for tonight's game. Scott Cherry on the lines along with Brian Mock. And tonight's Fox Sports West Faceoff is delivered by Amtrak play-by-play Hall of Famer Bob Miller.
All right, Jim, thank you very much. Ready to go at center ice. Stoll against McKinnon, and the Kings win the draw, and this game is underway. The Avalanche with 16 wins. They are third in the Central Division as the puck comes back behind the Avalanche net. And Clifford just reactivated off of the injured reserve list. He throws a check down the corner, and the puck comes back out to center ice. Played there by Clifford. He drives it right back in, and back in to get it is Jan Hejda. Hejda, 8th year out of the Czech Republic, and the Avalanche start back out up to center ice. Pass ahead, broken up there as the Kings try to get to it. It was a check by Clifford again that broke that play up, and then John Mitchell got it at center ice, but it comes back into the Avalanche zone.
Just as you were saying Hayden's name, Bob, Kyle Clifford almost got him with a check. Hayden made a pass and was kind of looking at it. I actually think Hayden was making a change on the play, and Clifford just came by and just missed on the attack, but certainly that's what he's looking to do. What to watch for tonight? Kings lines all changed up, all jumbled up. That's what happened in the warm-up. You have Pearson out there with Richards and Toffoli. Control the pace. Track meet style favors the Avalanche. The Kings grind it out. McKinnon, he was the #1 overall pick. Outstanding rookie, and as everyone's been telling us, very, very fun to watch. But I hope so tonight.
Yeah. Kings won that draw again, something they've been doing a lot lately. Great on the faceoffs as the puck is along the boards on the left wing of the Avalanche zone. Toffoli trying to dig it out. He didn't get it. It comes in deeper. Toffoli trying to get there again. He gets help from Pearson. Puck is cleared off the body of Willie Mitchell out to center, and the Kings break it up there. First meeting of the year between these two teams, Kings and the Colorado Avalanche, and the Avalanche with a new Vice President of Hockey Operations, the great Joe Sakic. He's in the Hall of Fame. A new head coach, and that is Patrick Waugh. He's in the Hall of Fame. And their motto this year is, why not us? And they started out that way. Why can't we be one of the elite teams in the league? And they are playing that way as they come in here to Staples Center tonight. Sent ahead now to Kopitar from King. Kopitar had it poked away from him, and the Avalanche quickly get it back up to center ice. Into the King zone. Into the right wing corner, chased in by P.A. Parenteau. Broken up there, but it comes right back to Parenteau. He gives it into Stastny. Stastny back behind the net. Stastny back to the blue line. Taken there by Hayda. Right side, it goes to Eric Johnson. Johnson moved it down in deep. Parenteau checked along the boards by Kopitar. Puck behind the King net. Stastny goes for it. Taken away by Williams, and he got leveled. And the puck back out to center ice.
That was McGinn in on the forecheck, and the Avalanche had some pretty good control. Williams did a good job. He was the forward, collapsing down low to help out his teammates, but as soon as he got it, went right to the ice.
And Carcillo came off the bench, and he hit McKinnon as the puck is fired up out of play. So, with 17:34 to go in the first, things are heating up a little bit here.
The Kings trying to get out of the zone, a little bit of a touch pass. Watch Kopitar, knows he can't get it, so clears from danger. And he puts right on the stick of Dwight King. So here's the hit coming again, shoulder to shoulder, shoulder to chest. Again, Williams was doing his job, him helping out the D, but he had to pay for it.
Williams with 16 points in his last 15 games. Puck comes down into the corner of the Avalanche zone. Colin Fraser trying to get his stick on it, and now along the boards it comes to the Avalanche, and they come up to center 3-on-2. Back into the Kings zone. Down the right wing side, it's tipped away and up out of play as the Kings got back in a hurry there, and it was Carcillo tipping it out of play.
And he read it perfectly, Bob, because now he's on his off wing. He's on the right wing, but that back check was real good through the middle of the ice and extending his stick at the proper moment. You want to back check through the middle because you know that's where the other team's going to get things going. Get a stop here, guys. Here is Carcillo. He's going to go back in through the middle and stay in this situation right here. Keep going, guys. Keep going. Keep going with it. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. You'll see the stick come out right there. There it is right there. So come back through the middle. Even though he's a winger, when you're that first man back, if possible, come back through the middle.
Nathan McKinnon, he's only 18 years old. He was on the faceoff, and the Avalanche control it now. Here's Landeskog. Bring it down and deep in front to McKinnon. Poke checked away. And a puck into the corner there as the puck came right out in front, and it was taken away on that poke check, but the Avalanche get it right back again. That was O'Reilly in front of the net where he couldn't pull the trigger on it. He got set up beautifully.
And he had to make that poke check. If not, it's a goal.
Here's Clifford. Knocked away. Rebound shot. Saved by Varlamov on the shot by Martinez.
That shot just hit Varlamov, but he did not see it. The Kings had traffic. And you can see the goaltender get low. A lot of goaltenders will do that when they're trying to find the puck. Varlamov found a way to get in front of it, though. Here's the poke check by Scrivens. I mean, that just, he didn't extend the stick through his hand, but he got it on the puck stronger. Look at Varlamov. He does not move until it hits him, but that's a good job by a goaltender. Get low, take as much room down low. It's one of those odds plays. You play the odds, and you hope the shooter cannot pick a corner, and that's what happened right there. So the Kings are having the start that I think they want to have for the most part. There haven't been many line rushes. Again, that Carcillo play with a stick foiled an attempt. You don't want it to be a line rush game. Daryl Sutter had to make some changes tonight. Some players not in the lineup. Lewis, Stratton, they're not in. So Clifford comes back in. Fraser comes back in. Elected not to keep the top 6 guys together on the same. Now let's just start the game here. That might change as the game goes along, but here's the start. A few line combination mix-ups, and the Kings will have to work with that.
Clifford missed the last 6 games with an upper body injury. Puck comes out to the right point, held in there by the Avalanche, down into the right wing corner. Tyson Barrie held it in. Now it deflects back to the blue line, held in again, this time by Nate Cannon. He put it back behind the net. Kings get to it, and they clear it up the left side to King. Dwight King pass ahead to Kopitar. Kopitar in the zone, left side. Kopitar trying to wrap around, pass in front and just away from Williams.
I think Varlamov got a piece of it. I'm not sure if Kopitar was trying to wrap, whether he was trying to pass, whether he was trying to shoot, but another good sign with Kopitar. He's done that much more of late where he takes it wide, then tries to cut in either the front side or around the back side.
Kings drive it back into the zone again, and Varlamov has his helmet knocked off as he went behind the net to play it.
When the whistle goes, the referee determines here it's incidental contact. It's not like Clifford's trying to make contact. The goaltender's out playing the puck, so anytime a goaltender's mask comes off, you blow it down as long as the other team doesn't have an immediate chance. Here's the Kopitar wrap. He can't get the stick to the front because Johnson plays it well. At least he kept Kopitar behind the goal line. Here's the play we were just talking about. Varlamov gets in the way. Clifford doesn't really want to make the contact that's there. Once the mask comes off, you blow the whistle.
Face off in the Avalanche zone here in the first period. Bob Miller with Jim Fox. No score in the game. Kings go on the road after this. Monday night in Vancouver, Wednesday night in San Jose. They're coming back home a week from tonight against Calgary. Puck comes into the Kings zone. Parenteau sends it back down behind the net. Broken up by Doughty. Doughty wraps it around the boards, and it slides to the blue line, but not out. Here's Stastny. His shot is wide to the left. Played by the Kings, though, and back up to center ice.
course, Dustin Brown has to move back to right wing. Again, he likes to play left wing, but because of the players out of the lineup, the Kings don't have many choices that way, trying to go for the balance.
Drew Doughty back up to center ice. He needs 4 points for 200. Doughty, his shot, deflects in front, and Richards had a shot. Knocked away by Varlamov. Now behind the net, poked out in front, and just out of reach of Toffoli, held in by Martinez. Right point, he just came on the ice. Martinez checked there, but he got it down into Richards. Richards in the Avalanche zone. Richards pass right through the middle. Pinching down is Willie Mitchell. Mitchell threw it behind the net, and taken out of the play was Pearson behind the net. Now Richards pass broken up, and interference call against the Avalanche. I thought they might get one on the check on Pearson.
Hayda took the body first of all, then he went back the second time. And it's going back the second time that cost them the penalty. But the Kings are spending some quality time in the offensive zone, and that will draw penalties. Let's isolate Drew Doughty. Look at this, head up, feet moving. Where's he going to go? Keep it going. He's got that speed. Take it in. Shot doesn't make its way through, but the rebound, so to speak, is there. Kind of a broken play. Then you had the contact once, and then Hayda goes down. He's a little upset. Contact right after that, a little bit too much. Kings get a chance here to start. Richards stays out there up front with Kopitar. Williams back on the blue line. Muzzin and Doughty.
Kopitar leads the Kings with 4 power play goals. Kings are 14th in the league on the power play. Here's Muzzin. His pass in front. Trying to get it to Williams. It went into the corner. Now Williams again. Williams back to Muzzin. Muzzin waits. Then he shoots and a save, and the rebound is cleared out to center. Went off the glove of Varlamov and then was cleared.
The Kings did not have anyone directly in front right there. Looked like Williams was trying to screen, but once again, Muzzin finds a way to get that lane.
Doughty over to Kopitar. And an offside icing call against the Kings.
The Kings tried that cross pass in the neutral zone. Kopitar had the speed, but couldn't get his stick on it. So Drew Doughty has the active legs going. Kopitar has the active legs going. The Kings players talked about this situation after the last game, in a game where they dominated the opposition. They felt the power play was not in sync, so they had a chance to work on it. You have a chance to sit down, look at video, those types of things. They want to get that power play working. Again, not necessarily what's happening as far as the percentage, but very important, especially early in the game, to get it going.
Avalanche get it out to center ice. Their penalty killing is tied for 11th in the league at 83%. This is stopped by Scrivens, and he gives it back behind the net. Kings start out again with 1:10 left to go in the power play. Pass ahead to Kopitar. Kopitar now trying to give it over to Muzzin, and it come right to Muzzin. He could have cut in front. Here's Kopitar. His pass or shot is wide, held in by Williams. Back to the blue line. Kings hold it in again. There's a shot knocked down in front. Move puck. Who's got it? Kopitar. Kopitar right side, up the middle and out of the reach of Muzzin, and tipped back to the King line.
Well, certainly this power play is not out of sync. Very dangerous so far. I know they haven't scored, but a lot of attempts and very decisive. If you have that 1 second, take it to the net.
36 seconds left to go in the power play. Kings change up on the fly, and now up to center ice. Here's Martinez. Alec Martinez slaps it into the Colorado zone. Comes the left side to the point, held in by Martinez. He gets it off to the right, and it rolls away from point off, back to center ice, and tipped back into the Kings zone now by the Avalanche. And the Kings have to go back in to get it. Tipping it in there, Marc-Andre Cliche used to be with the Kings for a little while. Puck back across the line. Now with 8 seconds left to go in the power play. Kings have 1 shot on it. They keep it in the Avalanche zone. Down toward the corner. Now back to the blue line. Avalanche back at full strength. The shot is wide. Rebound. Stoll in front. Backhander. Knocked down in front. And still going for it. The puck comes into the corner, and Stoll gets to it. Gets it out to Martinez at the right point. Now into Brown. Here's Dustin Brown. Brown still in the Avalanche zone. All the way to the blue line. Spins back at the point. Still has it. And now it is tipped out to center ice, and the Kings have to get back as it's driven toward the net. And a save made on the attempt by Cliche.
Scrivens was ready to move that puck up the ice there, but the Kings themselves weren't a change, so he did the right thing. Hold on, let the defenseman break it out of his own.
Now in deep behind the Avalanche net. They send it around the boards, and it's intercepted. Kings take it away. Here's Lyndon Bay. Bay down in the corner. Bay spinning there. He's got Carcillo with him. Bay still has it. His pass tipped away, back up the center, and a hard check there by Carcillo as he runs into McKinnon.
Gotta get that guy before he gets cranked up, and that's what happened with Carcillo taking the proper angle once again to make the contact.
Colin Fraser knocked down on the far side right in front of the Avalanche bench. And the puck taken now by the Avalanche back in their own zone. Nate Kennan with it. He's out of Sewickley, Pennsylvania, formerly with Anaheim for a while. Puck is along the boards in the Kings zone. Kings trying to dig it out. And the Kings do have control of it now as Mitchell starts it back out to center. Coming down to 11 minutes to go in the first period. Pass on the right wing side. Here's Williams. Shoots and a save. Off of Varlamov and up out of play. So 11 minutes exactly left to go in a spirited first period. No score.
Welcome back to Staples Center. Nothing. Zip, Kings and Avs. Of course, there he is. Patrick Roy back behind the bench. Coors Light cold hard facts. Take a look at what he's done. Well, 4 Stanley Cups, so he can block both of his ears twice with those Stanley Cups. He won't be able to hear Jeremy Roenick yell him. Look at the all-time wins. Second all-time. First in career playoff wins, of course, Stanley Cups with the Montreal Canadiens. One that we would rather not have saw ourselves.
Yeah.
A couple with the Colorado Avalanche doing the job. And again, behind the bench, bringing a little bit of a culture change. Again, last year there was a lot talked about the Avalanche, not necessarily committed, maybe too much of a party atmosphere. A lot of young guys on the team. Patrick Roy is going to change that.
Kings have it in the Avalanche zone. And right in front of the net, it's tipped to the side of the net by Varlamov as King came in front. Now a battle behind the net again. Kings trying to keep it alive in the corner.
There's Voynov in there. He's caught him down low, so he's staying there. Justin Williams changes position with him. Now they switch again to get the forward on the puck.
Then King came in, and the puck comes around the boards. Right side held in by Voynov. Kings chase it down again. Here is Williams gets knocked down. King with it, tried to give it in front to Kopitar, but it never got through. Intercepted there. And cleared up to center ice. Eric Johnson intercepted that pass for Kopitar. Avalanche with it. Kings zone. Shot and save made by Scrivens. On that shot by Paul Stastny.
Well, Paul Stastny has more goals this year than you would expect from him. He has 8 goals already. No, mostly he's a passer. Shooting way more this year.
Kings take it away. And it came out across the line. So an offside here. When you look at last season in the NHL, the Avalanche 26th in goals, 25th in shots allowed, and 24th in power play. It's different this year.
Timing is everything. Back beginning of the season, first game of the season, October 2nd. Patrick Roy, late in the game, Bruce Boudreau, Ducks, Avs. And I'm talking about the timing here because I think if this type of thing happened near the end of a game, mid-season, probably, I don't think Patrick Roy would have done what he did there. But I think because it was the first game, he was just trying to send a message, set the tone. You know, J.S. Giguère talked about it last year. They had a lot of young players talking about their off-season plans and where they're going to travel and all that. That's during the season. He was not happy. He let his teammates have it last year. I think Patrick Roy comes in this year. He has to set the tone, change the culture. He tried to do so in game number 1.
I think he knew a lot of fans in Colorado say, hey, let's go see this guy. We don't know if the team's going to be any good, but this guy's going to be fun to watch. Here is Richards. He got knocked down into the Avalanche zone, and the puck cleared up along the boards and out to center ice. Kings hustle back to get it. No score here in the first period. 9:28 to go in the period. Kings start back out to center ice again. Here up to center ice now. It's flipped ahead by Tyler Toffoli. Toffoli down into the corner. He throws a check there, tried to get to it, but it is put back behind the net. Now Toffoli with it again to Richards. Richards in front. And a save there as well. Coming right out in front was Pearson. And Richards knew he was going to be there and put it right on his stick.
Yeah, I think Richards passed the puck before Pearson was even at the spot. He kind of led to that spot. Pearson did a pretty good job. Showed some pretty good skill right there with one step and a try, a drag, and a pull around at the same time. So didn't work, of course, but it was nice to see. I guess chemistry comes easily when you're playing with Mike Richards. He's going to find you. If you get open, he'll find you.
Now up the center ice, pass ahead by Muzzin. Chase down in deep, just to the right side of the net. Kings jump on it there. Puck comes along the left side, and Muzzin jumps in. It was Stoll getting to it first. Now Muzzin down in deep. Back to the blue line, held in by Doughty. His shot blocked in front. Back up the middle, and Muzzin has to go to center ice to get it. Now back down behind the Colorado net, and the Kings want a line change here. Long pass up to center ice. Chased down by Ryan O'Reilly. O'Reilly's had a great year. He's got points in 4 straight coming into the game tonight. Now along the boards. O'Reilly puts it back along the right side, and it is tipped out to center ice there by Carcillo. Chases it down, and Jan Heda beat him to it. Taken now by Colin Fraser. He's been on the lineup for over a week. Then a shot from the left side by Carcillo and a save by Varlamov. And it's cleared back out to center ice.
Sometimes it's easier than other times to see guys in games, early in games. And Daniel Carcillo has the legs going in this game, chasing down pucks, going for hits, making it happen.
Lyndon Bay to Fraser. Fraser's pass. Bay got knocked down in the corner. Bay gets up. He battles for it. Colorado zone. And the Avalanche get a stick on it and clear it out to center ice. Pass ahead and tipped across the line. Kings back in their own zone. Avalanche, Brad Malone trying to pick it up. He can't get it. Kings have it. Back up to center ice. Good pace to this game, Jim. On the right side. Here across the line, Williams shoots and a save by Lamoff. Puck cleared up to center ice. Avalanche with it. They come to the neutral zone and drive it into the Kings zone. Getting back is Willie Mitchell. Mitchell's pass to Kopitar. Now quickly over to King. King got it up to center ice. King with it again. Catherine Hymanette. Varlamov leaves it off to Heda. Now back to center ice. Eric Johnson. Johnson to Parenteau. Back to Johnson. Johnson left side. Shot from there. The save by Scrivens. Scrivens with a big save there as the Avalanche moved it around, and a pretty good chance by Jamie McGinn.
Yeah, the first attack chance of the game for the Avalanche, and Scrivens played it very well. Stayed composed, but very aggressive. One step forward to cut down the angle.
Kopitar shoots and a save. Varlamov. Up in deep and chased down by Toffoli. But starting out is McKinnon. Here's McKinnon to center. McKinnon, 18 years old, shoots and a save by Scrivens. There's some of that speed we talked about, Jim.
They talk about him, Bob, not only skating fast, but not slowing down to handle the puck. He can handle the puck at top speed, we saw right there.
Kings dip it out to center. And Toffoli puts it into the Avalanche zone. Richards down in the corner. Avalanche get it over to Landeskog. 21 years old today, Gabriel Landeskog. He was named captain. He was the youngest captain in the history of the National Hockey League. Now the center to Pearson. Pearson for the Kings. Sends it down in deep. Chase it down there, and Brown throws a check. Here's Stoll with it. Stoll's pass, right side. Kings hold it in. Down in deep. A shot that deflects out to the left point and is held in by Regehr. He put it back behind the net to Brown. Brown looking in front. He's got Clifford with him. Brown still with it now along the left wing boards. Brown hanging on. Throws it down into Clifford. Clifford left side. Go Kings go. The crowd chanting. Another great sellout crowd. This will be the 81st consecutive sellout for the Kings. Here is Mitchell in center ice, and he slaps it right back into the Avalanche zone.
Kings got the cycle going right here. Looks like a little bit of an offside. Maybe something going on in behind the play. We get a stoppage. No score. Fast pace. Kings and Avs. No score, Kings and Avs. Daryl Sutter looking on. His team is doing a pretty good job tonight on the cycles in the offensive zone, the breakouts of their own zone. But again, the Avalanche are known as a team that skates fast. The Kings are known as a team that can play fast. And I think the Kings are playing fast tonight. The breakouts are crisp. The passes are on the sticks. The support is there. And Daniel Carcillo's had a real good start to this game with all the lines jumbled up. He moves from the left to the right, and he's going to get done.
And off the draw here, the Avalanche with it. Jim, you used to face off in front of the opposing bench. Did you hear from him once in a while?
Once in a while, I think that everyone felt that that intimidation part of the game of hockey, you hear quite a bit when you're facing off in those situations. It's not usually how you doing. It's more of where you're going to be going if you don't keep your head up.
Puck sent all the way back behind the King net. Did you ignore it pretty much? Or did it bother you sometimes?
The way I grew up, Bob, was this. I was a skilled player throughout my whole life, and I was taught early on, even though I was bigger, if you can believe that, I was bigger than most of the kids growing up, stay out of the penalty box. Don't get bothered by those types of things. I was used to other teams trying to knock me off my game, so when I got to the NHL, it was a whole different league, a whole different level, but at the same time, it was the same type of thing. Ignore that stuff and keep your mind on your own game.
Faceoff will be in the Kings zone. No score here in the first period, and Fraser's going to get kicked out of the faceoff spot. Lyndon Vay comes in now for the Kings. And the Avalanche win the draw. They get it back to Erik Johnson. Right point. Johnson's pass. Batted at and then batted out of midair, but picked up by the Kings and cleared up ahead to Carcillo.
That was Vay getting in position to make sure he's not leaving the zone without the puck. Didn't work out well. The Kings lost the faceoff, but he got the position to break it up.
Avalanche back out to center ice. Erik Johnson drives it across into the Kings zone. It deflects right towards Scrivens, and he hangs on.
2013 LA Kings holiday packs now on sale. Holiday packs start as low as $99 per ticket. Any pre-selected game in December, January, February. Package also includes a ticket to the Stadium Series game at Dodger Stadium and an LA Kings fleece blanket. 1-888-KINGS-LA, LAKings.com/holiday pack before December 1st. If you do that before December 1st, you receive a free ticket to the game on December 2nd.
Erik Johnson held it in for a moment, but the Kings took it away, and back to center is Muzzin. He got it from Dwight King. Now Williams down the right side. Williams into the right wing corner, Avalanche zone. Williams still has it. He drops it down in deep, and it is taken away from Doughty, but held in by Muzzin. Jake Muzzin, his shot off the boards, comes around the left side and held in by the Kings again. Here is Williams to Kopitar. Kopitar spinning now. Kopitar still with it. Drops it back, and it's intercepted there. He's trying to get it back to Muzzin, but it was intercepted by Erik Johnson.
You can see the different dynamic, though, when you have both Doughty and Muzzin out there.
Pass ahead now to Williams. Williams battling there as he came across the line, and he was battling with Tyson Barrie. Puck taken by the Avalanche back into the Kings zone. And a pass behind the net taken by Colorado once again. Left wing side. Tipped away, and they can't get it to Landeskog. Now it's cleared up to center. Kings shovel it ahead. Here is Richards across the line, but he couldn't catch up with the puck. Regier for the Kings. His pass over to Toffoli. And we get an offside here against the Kings.
A little bit sloppy for both teams, but that's because the neutral zone is a tough sledding area right now, at least. Earlier on, it was a little bit more wide open. So Pearson is kind of reunited with Toffoli. They have Richards in the middle. Pearson, if he keeps skating like he has last game, he didn't play a lot last game, under 10 minutes, but when he was out there, he was at top speed. And we're always looking for that pace in a young player, because sometimes when they're not at top pace, it doesn't mean they're not trying. It just means they might be a little confused. What's the system? They're thinking too much. And Pearson got by that. Keep the legs moving, get the top speed.
Kings in the Avalanche zone, but it's taken away now. And the Avalanche back into the Kings zone. Down the right wing side. A shot by Landeskog deflected out of play. King scratches tonight. Matt Fratton, he played 17 minutes and 31 seconds in the last game. Jordan Nolan's out. Jonathan Quick, of course, is out. So is Carter. So is Green. And so is Lewis.
Just get a word from the Kings PR staff off the official lower body injury for Matt Fratton. So, of course, he was clipped with a high stick a couple of games ago, 14 stitches, and he had a swollen lip, and it did not look very fun, but that's not the issue. We get the report right now, lower body for Matt Fratton.
For the Avalanche, Nate Holden and Matt Duchene, their leading scorer. Off the draw here in the Kings zone. Cavs try to hold it in, and they do at the right point, but it's going to be intercepted now. And Kings trying to clear. Can they get it out? Not yet. Tipped down in deep. Down in the corner to Willie Mitchell. Now around the boards over to Brown. Brown couldn't hold it on his stick. Now it's kicked to Brown again, and this time he still gets it out to center ice. He gets it to Clifford. Clifford down the right side. Chase down into the corner, and Clifford with a hard check there. And as the puck still battled for, coming back is Corey Sarich for the Avalanche. But Clifford has it. Clifford down in the corner. Nice spin to get away from Sarich. Then Sarich takes it into the boards. One back in front. And a shot knocked down by Varlamov. Packet comes to the blue line. Picked up there and held in by Mitchell, but the Avalanche take it away. Back they come to center ice.
Quick feet by Varlamov. I mean, Toffoli had the stick handle. He had the move. He has a pretty good set of hands. We know that. But Varlamov, at the last second with the left leg pad, makes a save.
Richards across the line. Richards with Pearson behind him. Richards still has it. Put it back into Toffoli. Now behind the net. Erik Johnson goes for it there. He's checked by Tanner Pearson. Puck comes back over to P.A. Parenteau, and Parenteau got it up to the blue line, and the Avalanche back to center, and a check by Muzzin there on McGinn. Kings Kopitar back in his own zone. Now Muzzin didn't get it the first time, played it off the boards, not out yet. Now Tanner Pearson with it for the Kings. Here's Pearson up the center. He throws it on the right side. Penalty coming up against the Avalanche. with 1:10 to go in the first period. Kings will get their second power play. Tripping is going to be the call.
Get your feet moving, and you're going to make the other team do something they don't want to do. Kyle Clifford down low, takes the hit, spins at the same time, so he's able to come out. Toffoli gets it once, and then he tries to get a whack. Never really had control of it. Williams comes across. Pearson has the puck. Parenteau takes Williams, doesn't take Pearson, takes him low. That's the reason for the trip. So the Kings' first power play, the first unit, had a real good crack at it the first time around. Of course, didn't score because we're still tied zip-zip here, but they moved around pretty well, trying to get back in sync because they felt last game they didn't do the job.
Kings had one shot on that previous power play as they chase it down in their own zone now.
Last minute of play in the first period.
Muzzin leaving it with less than a minute to go in the first period. Doughty brings it to center, gives it to Kopitar. Kopitar gives it to Muzzin. Muzzin, a rich shot, way wide, rebound out to Doughty. Doughty at the right point. Now tipped away from Williams and cleared by the Avalanche back into the Kings zone.
There's that veteran presence with Jan Hayda right there, just following up the play, not getting too far away from the puck. Stick distance away, stick on puck to knock it out of the zone.
30 seconds left to go in the first period. Kings on the power play. Doughty across the line, but it's broken up again. And now back to Martinez at the King blue line.
It's almost 4 across by the Avalanche in the neutral zone here on the belly kills, and the Kings are finding it a little bit more difficult. Unusual alignment by the Avalanche. The Kings finally dump it in.
Martinez throws it down in deep. Kings get to it. Back to the blue line. Left point. Held in there, and now here's Stoll. Stoll up the middle. Voynov shoots. Knocked down in front. Back to Voynov. Voynov right side. Shot from there is wide and off the boards. And Voynov gets it again. But time runs out in the first period. Shots on goal unofficially, the Kings 7, the Avalanche 5, but fast-paced first period.
And it's one of those periods, Bob, where I think both teams would be happy. Both teams were able to play their game to a certain extent. I thought the Kings had some cycles going. There were a few opportunities by the Avs on the attack. Ben Scrivens made the best save of the period. And the Kings are used to that so far this year when Ben Scrivens has been in the game, especially early, making the stops in period number 1.
Well, nice to see Kyle Clifford back in the lineup tonight, and he will be talking with Jim Fox when we come back to Staples Center after this. All rights to this broadcast are reserved, and any rebroadcast, recording, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the express written consent of the Los Angeles Kings is expressly prohibited. Kings Hockey is brought to you by AT&T Uverse TV. Check availability at 1-800-PICK-ATT. Rethink possible. By Honda. Start something special with a great deal on a Honda. Now at your Honda dealer. And by Jack in the Box. Satisfy your late night cravings with Jack's Munchie Meal. Available after 9 p.m. at participating restaurants.
Welcome back to Staples Center. No score. Once again, Kings and Avs. The Kings not a high-scoring team, but certainly a very solid defensive team. We talked with Jared Stoll yesterday at practice about, that finishing capability that maybe is missing at times from the Kings game. And can you do anything about that? Some guys are born finishers. Some guys work on it. He said in practice, they have been focusing on the little things. Stop at the net, follow the puck into the corner, rebounds, those types of things. So even though guys have better hands than other guys, you still can work on the little things. Make sure you put yourself in position to score goals.
Second period underway as the Avalanche have it and drive it into the King zone. And Scrivens cuts it off back there behind the net, and here's Doughty. Drew Doughty starting out. 39 seconds left to go in the King power play. Back up to center ice and sent behind the net. Varlamov breaks it up there, put it up on the glass, and it's chopped out to center ice. As it's cleared into the neutral zone, Kings get it back again. Here's Kopitar. This pass back to the left point. Avs try to break it up. Kopitar goes for it again. It comes back to the blue line again. Muzzin turns, shoots, and just wide. Rebound picked up by Richards. Richards, Avalanche zone, gives it to Kopitar. Quickly back to Muzzin. Muzzin to Doughty. Doughty right point. He shoots and just tipped wide. Richards was in there just waiting for a rebound to come out in front. But the puck comes out to center ice, and Muzzin drives it back in.
Good battles down low in front of that right there with the Avalanche, and the Kings trying to get their one shot getting through. Good job by the Kings defensemen back and forth to get the shots.
Paul Stastny, left wing, shoots, and a save by Scrivens, and he covers the rebound.
Kings don't score on the power play, obviously, but again, moved it around pretty good once they got into the zone. And Scrivens finds himself in that position where he talked about early on, where you got to work hard in practice. You got to go into practices with the mindset of a game. And then, of course, when Jonathan Quick goes down, he said, don't push the panic button. And so far, no reason to do so because he has been doing more than a good job in goal. The numbers, the save percentage of goals against, got to win you some games.
Scrivens 4-0-1 in his last 5 starts. First in the league in goals against average. Tied for third in save percentage and first in shutouts. And the puck comes along the boards on the right side to Brown, but he can't clear it. Stastny with a shot and a save by Scrivens, and he kind of gets bumped and goes down to the ice.
Again, trying to get to the front. So that's where the battles are developing now. Again, the Kings had the power play. Good battles trying to get from the corner to the front. This time the Avalanche will try to get in there, and McGinn just turns around, a little bit of contact. And again, that's one, if the puck comes free there, I think the referee would have the opportunity to blow it down without giving a penalty, saying incidental contact. No need to do so. End zone faceoff.
Ryan O'Reilly on the draw against Stoll, and Stoll wins the faceoff, and puck taken by the Kings in their own zone. This is Scrivens' first ever appearance against the Colorado Avalanche. Brown gets it up to center ice, broken up there by Landeskog, and he overskated, and the Avalanche recover and get it over on the left wing side, and Andre Benoit sends it down into the King zone. Now behind the net, here is McKinnon. McKinnon got checked there, but the captain Landeskog comes by to McKinnon. He comes in front, trying to wrap around. Kings take it away. Coming up to center ice. Pass on the left wing side and chipped down in deep there and chased in by Clifford. Clifford throws a check. Puck comes around the left wing side, and the Avalanche have it. Gabriel Landeskog gets it back out to center ice, and now across the King blue line. Chopped at there and taken away by the King. O'Reilly holds it into the right point. O'Reilly to McKinnon. McKinnon got knocked down, and the Kings take it away, and back up to center ice they come. Pass to Carcillo. Daniel Carcillo chasing it in. Back behind the net, tipped into the corner. Lyndon Bay is there. Bay for the Kings. Hooked away from him, but the Kings get a stick on it again. Now Bay again trying to get to it, but it's cleared up to center ice and all the way back into the King zone. No ice in here. Second period just underway. No score in the game. Back up to center ice. Puck thrown down by Fraser deep into the Avalanche zone. Back behind the net is Hayda. He gets checked there. Gets the puck around the right wing side to Brad Malone. Malone to center ice. Carcillo checks in. Puck comes down in deep to Doughty. Doughty sends it around the boards, and the Kings trying to hustle over to get to it, but the Avalanche get there first. Held in for a moment, but the Kings recover again after it was held in by Nate Gennon. Now cleared all the way back into the Avalanche zone, and picked up there as play continues.
Good counter pinch there by Carcillo. Barry had pinched down. He was coming in full speed. Carcillo was ready. Took the body. Didn't play the puck, but the puck gets out of the zone.
Quick pass out to the right point. Held in by the Avs. Taken there by Stastny. Throws it in deep behind the net. Kings get through it, though. Muzzin gives it to Doughty. Now to Williams. Williams gets it up ahead to center ice. Now Williams across the line. Throws it left side. He goes to the front of the net. Pass to Williams in front, and Varlamov stops that. Justin Williams needs 1 goal for 200 in his NHL career.
And Kopitar was shooting for the rebound there, hoping Williams would jump on it. Robin Regeer did a good job the last shift because the Avs tried with McKinnon the wraparound. Puck ends up free in front. You gotta stop, guys. The puck is in behind here. But look at the stick work of Regeer. He takes the body, O'Reilly. Doesn't worry about the puck. He worries about the man. You'll see the puck come free. Man, O'Reilly cannot get there. That's a veteran defenseman keeping his composure. Not just chasing the puck. Take the man.
Ready on the face-off in the Avalanche zone, and the Avs win the draw. They come up to center ice and move it ahead now. Taken by Landeskog. Stopped at the blue line, and O'Reilly tried to get it. Kings take it away, but a pass went behind Williams. Back into the zone. Kings with 20 hits in the game. The Avalanche with 12. Puck taken around the boards, and it is in the Avalanche zone. Kings come over and try and get control of it. They do. Back to the blue line. Voynov shoots. It's up high off the glass. Picked up in the corner by Dwight King. King's pass now sent back out in front, but intercepted by the Avalanche. They come back working on a 3-on-2. Cross the line. Falling down is Regeer, but covering up is Voynov. Right point. Gennon with a shot and a save by the King goaltender Ben Scrivens.
Looks like an outnumbered attack, and then Regeer falls down, and then it looks like the Kings are in more trouble, but no second chance opportunity there for the Avalanche because Scrivens holds on a little bit later. Carl Jr. Sports Update. We'll take you through the NHL.com power rankings. Once again, I'd assume that the Western Conference will be at the top of that.
Faceoff will be in the King zone. We've talked about the domination of the West. The 8th team in the West. Right now, that's the Kings. Will be tied for first in the East. So there is a big discrepancy this year. All the way back into the Avalanche zone. Settled on the boards and tipped out to center ice. Avalanche with it again. And sent down in deep by Maxime Talbot. Kings back in to get it. They come up to center ice. Pass out of the reach there at center ice of Tyler Toffoli. Taken by the Kings again, though, at center ice here. Tanner Pearson. Pearson shoots and a save. Varlamov. Puck comes into the corner. Pearson with a hard check there. Kings got to it. Pearson took Tyson Barrie out of the play. The puck cleared up to center ice and back to the King line.
There's that heavy shot from Tanner Pearson. Not a big windup, but all of a sudden just flings off his stick.
Now across the line is Clifford. Clifford in the Avalanche zone. He sends it back behind the net, but the Avalanche have it. And it is cleared up to the blue line and out to center ice. Stastny gives it to Cody McLeod. His shot and a save by Scrivens.
A little bit back and forth. I think the Avalanche have done a better job here in the second period of disrupting the Kings on breakouts. We saw in the intermission, Bob, they had a breakout with the Kings where the support was there and they moved the tic-tac-toe. Patrick Roy's made some adjustments here. Not necessarily more aggressive on the forecheck, but getting men to the middle, and the Kings are trying to go there. And the Avalanche, a couple of times, getting their stick on the puck.
Avalanche on the face-off here, and the puck down into the corner. Picked up there by Jamie McGinn, but it rolls away, and the Kings have it. Here's Dustin Brown. Brown trying to get it down into Clifford. Clifford down into the corner. He gets checked there. Brown comes over to pick it up. Brown to Clifford. Now taken by Stoll. Stoll back toward the blue line, but it comes out to center ice, and Muzzin slaps it back in.
Muzzin just didn't want to take any chances there. He felt it was a little too risky right at the blue line. Maybe a bounce over a stick, and all of a sudden the Avalanche go the other way. So he just said, okay, pay patient.
Avalanche with it, and a shot is knocked away there by Scrivens. Doughty trying to get back and knock that one down, but it came towards Scrivens. Now picked up again and thrown down in toward the back of the net. It was Stastny with a shot. Avalanche in the King zone, going down the corner. Well, they're going to call a penalty here. Penalty's going to be against Regehr.
The Regehr stick went right into the skates of Bordeleau. Bordeleau stepped on it, went down, tripping the call. Avs go to the power play. A couple of moments ago, we saw Robyn Regehr with some nifty stick work to prevent a chance on goal. It was legal that time. This time, it is not. You see the stick right into the skates. Good job by Bordeleau there to keep the legs moving, make it more difficult for Regehr to catch up. Big kid, 6'6", Bordeleau. Known for the physicality that time. Get it moving. Send your team on the power play.
First opportunity with a man advantage tonight for the Avalanche. They are 12th in the league, but they're without the guy who leads them in power play goals, Matt Duchene. He's out injured. He has 3 power play goals. King penalty killing. They've killed 23 of the last 25, 16 of the last 17.
Los Angeles penalty team
And the Avalanche win the draw. Benoit at the blue line, now sent down in deep on the power play. No score so far in the game. Back to the blue line, pass right side. Avalanche move it around. They get it back up the middle. Picked up now by McKinnon. He put it down into the corner. Now pass in deep. McKinnon tried to throw it in front, and it's deflected by Scrivens and cleared back into the Avalanche zone.
Ben Scrivens became a defenseman on that play. I mean, he was aggressive. He came out with a stick. He anticipated the play and broke it up before it got started. I think McKinnon thought he was going to have way more time. Didn't have it because of the stick of the goaltender.
Avs with it again in the zone. Pass into Mitchell. Tipped away. Shot from there is blocked in front, and Brown got hit with that. He's slow getting back to his feet, and he's kind of limping over the bench.
That's all the Kings need is another player to go down. It was one of those where Brown's just getting in the lane, and he's at the bench now, not putting a lot of weight on anything, so good on him there.
Avalanche back up to center ice. No score in the game. They've got the man advantage. Across the line, right side. Pulled down in deep now by Tyson Barrie, and comes around all the way back into the Avalanche zone. 45 seconds left to go in the King penalty. Eric Johnson starts back out to center. Now Stastny sends it down into the corner. Landeskog His pass around to McGinn. Taken away by the Kings, and a nice play by Dowdy, and he cleared. Now Kopitar in to try and pick up the loose puck. He gets checked there by Eric Johnson. 20 seconds left to go on the King penalty. Avalanche start back out again. They have no shots on goal so far. Here's Gabriel Landeskog to McGinn. McGinn drives it around the boards to Stastny. Stastny back down into Landeskog. To Stastny. Now it pops over the stick there, and Tyson Barrie, and back out to center ice. And the Kings are back at full strength right now. We're still scoring. Pass up ahead, right side, Tyson Barrie. Barrie throws it in front, saved by Scrivens. Rebound shot, save again by Scrivens. On that shot by Stastny, and the puck cleared to center.
Good reaction, second reaction by Scrivens. I don't think he'd be happy with himself on the first rebound, but the adjustment, the tracking of the puck, square shoulders to make the second save.
Avalanche back in to try and pick it up. Cody McLeod with it. Now back out to Hayda. Taken away for the Kings, but Hayda pulls it in. Throws it behind the net. Scrivens cuts it off there for Willie Mitchell.
Good sign for the Kings. Dustin Brown's right back on the ice, so skating pretty well here.
Hayda at the blue line. He gets checked there, but the puck taken by John Mitchell. Mitchell's pass, hit escape. Avalanche trying to hold it in. They do. McLeod shoots it just wide to the left. Picked up by Willie Mitchell. Now pass along the boards, and it is cleared by Brown to the blue line. And then the Kings bring it up to center ice. Here's Brown with it. Brown, right side. Brown driving down the right side. His pass taken away.
That was Hayda taking Brown out. Jan Hayda's had a real good game so far. I mean, he's one of the veteran defensemen on this team, so with the Avalanche, and just settling things down, plays the one-on-one textbook, and just rubs out Dustin Brown along the board.
No icing here. Brown needs 3 points for 400 in his career. Up to center ice. Avalanche with it. Malone sends it, but it comes up out of play. 10:15 to go, second period. We're getting used to no score in the game.
We certainly are. There's that play I was talking about with McKinnon trying to come out from behind, and Scrivens is there before the play even happens. Then shot ends up coming through and blocked by Dustin Brown. So that's when Brown went off, and he got right back up. Took him a while to get to the bench, but the next shift he was back on the ice. So that's indeed a good sign. Maybe sometimes it just stings for a second.
Habs have outshot the Kings here in the second period, 7-3. Puck cleared up to center ice. Kings got to it there. And it is back to the Avalanche zone, but chased down in deep by Corey Sarich. Now cleared up ahead the left side, and Malone sends it toward the King line and into the King zone. Taken by Muzzin. Muzzin slaps it back into the Colorado zone, and an icing call against the Kings. So this period not as fast as the first.
A little disjointed, and I'm going to credit the Avalanche for making an adjustment. The Kings are not breaking out of their zone as easily and as efficiently as they did in the first period. Kings are set to take on the Anaheim Ducks, legendary Dodger Stadium, January 25, part of the Outdoor NHL Stadium Series. Tickets are on sale right now. Visit LAKings.com/Stadium Series to get your tickets before they sell out.
The Avalanche last Thursday won at Phoenix 4-3 in overtime, and before that they beat Chicago 5-1. Shot from the right point is up high and deflected out of play. 9:37 to go here in period number 2. 0-0.
Carl's Jr. Sports Update. The Power Rankings brought to you by NHL.com. The Blues in the number 1 spot. They moved up from number 2, and they won tonight. The Blues did, beating Dallas 6-1. So that maybe shows you why they're on the top. The Kings went from 8th to 4th. The Kings playing solid defense. We talked about that way back in the open. Daryl Sutter's teams are known for that. The Kings are executing. Second period, a little bit more tough sledding for the Kings to get out of the zone, and the Avalanche spending a lot of time in the Kings zone.
Well, the face-off is in the Kings zone. The Avalanche have won 16 draws and the Kings 9. Let's see what happens here. Both teams at full strength. No score, second period. And Kopitar on the draw for the Kings against 18-year-old Nathan McKinnon. And the Kings win the draw. Kopitar into Regehr. Round on the right wing side and up to center ice now. Here is Williams driving it in over to Kopitar. Kopitar to King. King behind the net. Avalanche zone. Dwight King to Williams. Williams, checked there by Eric Johnson. Puck comes around left side, and Regehr trying to get there. O'Reilly is there for the Avalanche. In comes Williams. Williams pass, hit a skate, directed right in front of the net, and Johnson gets it up ahead to Landeskog. Landeskog, 21 years old today. Puck comes down into the corner. McKinnon and Kopitar get tied up. Now a shot is deflected wide to the left. Picked up by the Kings. Williams back of the blue line. Now going off with it, but he didn't clear it out. However, it deflects back to Williams.
In the past, going back to last year only, I think this is the type of game the Avalanche could not be effective in. You know, the first period was fun. It was back and forth, but now they're pretty good. It doesn't matter which styles we play.
Now McKinnon. McKinnon tries to get it into Landeskog. He went down to the ice, and the puck is picked up now as the Kings get it back up to the blue line, but taken there and cleared up the center ice now. As here is Muzzin. Muzzin across the line, throws it left side, taken away by Tyson Barrie.
Again, that last attempt by the Kings, an example of what's going on here in the second period. Gap control by the Avalanche. Defenseman forward, tight man unit, and the Kings can't get out of zone.
And Doughty's pass to the blue line is held in by the Avalanche. Down the left side, Tyson Barrie in deep, goes behind the net. Barrie still with it, threw it up the middle, taken away by the Kings. And cleared out to center by Tyler Toffoli.
Right now, the Avalanche are at a different pace than the Kings. They're getting the loose pucks. They're moving the puck quicker, stick to stick, passes, legs moving. So we'll see if the Kings can get back into their game where they take the body a little bit more and slow down the Avalanche.
Long shot, bounce right towards Scrivens. Kings have not had a shot on goal in the last 7+ minutes. Puck is at the King blue line, and Muzzin sends it ahead, but it's broken up on the far side by John Mitchell.
And the Kings are kind of forcing things now.
Now the right point, a shot knocked down in front, loose puck up the middle, and chasing it down is Tanner Pearson. He got it out to center ice. John Mitchell with it now. Mitchell in the slot, check from behind there as he got hit by Brown, and Brown took him hard into the boards, and the puck taken by Brown, down to center to Stoll. Stoll trying to get around to check. Can't do it, and the puck taken by the Avalanche. Back down in deep, Andre Benoit.
So the Kings need a little bit more of Dustin Brown taking the body. He's been doing it. We'll see if everyone else can pick that up and get it going, because the momentum has shifted here to the Avalanche in the second period. The Kings usually, to get it back, will try to take the body.
Still no score in the game, and down to the ice went Stoll. Puck is taken by the Avalanche. They get it to Bordeleau. He shoots, and a save by Scrivens.
We got a little mix up in the neutral zone. Stoll goes down. The Kings the passes aren't connecting. Bordeleau takes the shot. Now Scrivens had a chance to see this one all the way. There's Stoll going down. He was trying to make a move. It wasn't necessarily the contact. Then two Kings bump into each other and going the other way. The read of the goaltender is the most important thing here, because Scrivens realized that Bordeleau did not have any other options. So for that reason, one big step forward, cut down the angle, and a relatively easy save for Ben Scrivens.
Nice article in the current issue of Sports Illustrated on the Avalanche and the improvement they've had. The players say Patrick Waugh, the coach, he doesn't get down on us. He teaches more with positive attitude than pointing out the mistakes we make.
That was a similar observation about Mark Messier, talking about his leadership style. Everyone thought he was the toughest guy to get in the room and yell at you. He thought the players that played with him, Mark Messier, he'd take him in, very constructive, very positive, and Patrick Waugh taking the same type of leadership as a head coach.
Well, you get more with sugar than you do with salt.
There you go. There you go. It works probably with a young team, too. He's got a young team with the Avalanche, and you don't want to just always be beating them down. You want to give them some confidence. Pick a player, pick a stat, and build your hot streak. Form a group and play with your friends all season long. Win prizes. Play Basketball Hot Streak at foxsports.com/fantasy.
Face off in the King zone, 6:30 to go in the second period. Bob Miller with Jim Fox, and nobody's been able to score yet. Off the draw here, the loose puck just tipped wide as Bordeleau went for it. Now around the boards, Kings can't clear it out yet. Down in the corner, Bordeleau again. He's checked there, moves it back toward the corner again. The Avalanche with a cycle going on now, and a pass up the middle is deflected, and Carcillo has it for the Kings. And he almost came in right side, and Bordeleau holds it in. Down into Regehr in the corner. He gets checked, but they back to get it. Now the Kings lose it again in their own zone. Here on the left side, O'Reilly. Back to the blue line to Hayda. Hayda's pass out to the right point. Tipped up in the air and taken by Landeskog. Now down the left side, Hayda shoots. Blocked, and
Going off bomb. He went down. He had to go down. He dove. And Ben Scrivens comes over and says, good job. The Avalanche taking over this game so far. Well, the Kings find themselves on their heels here in the second period. And again, I'm going to talk about the Avalanche really disrupting things here. Again, maybe the type of game Avalanche in the past would not know how to play because it's slowed down, but they're the reason it's kind of slowing down. They're going to more of a forecheck game, and Patrick Roy, I think he has to be happy with what he's seeing here so far in the second period. No shots for the Kings in the last 9-17, 8 shots for the Avalanche, so those numbers tell you the story. Nothing on the board yet, but still, the Avalanche have taken over the momentum.
The Avalanche at the start of the year won 12 of their first 13 games. They won 6, then lost to Detroit, then won another 6. And then the only little slump they've gone through, they lost 3 in a row at one point to Carolina, St. Louis, and Florida. But now they've won the last 2. Puck back behind the net. Varlamov sends it around the boards and taken there by Ryan O'Reilly. He got checked by Doughty. Right wing corner of the Avalanche zone. A battle for it there. Doughty's trying to kick it free. It does come free, but taken by Eric Johnson. He moves it up the right side. Avalanche into the King zone. Driving wide. Right side. A shot comes right through in front of the net. Back to the left point. Hayden with a drive. Deflection and a save by Scrivens. It hit Muzzin and right towards Scrivens.
A couple of pinballs right there, and that was quick reflexes. You can't plan that if you're the goaltender. You just have to react.
Chase down into the King zone. Picked up on the left wing side now as Bordeleau put it in, and Scrivens reaches out to knock it down as it came off the stick of Landeskog.
Very rarely do you talk about an 18-year-old taking over a game. Right now, Nathan McKinnon is taking over this game with his speed. Here comes that one-shot bounce off the ice, then bounce off the skate of Muzzin, then off the skate of Scrivens. So that thing was just bouncing around all over the place. Look at Ben. The chatterbox, they call him. He's having a chatter right there with the old referee and checking out what's going on. In the morning of games, a lot of goaltenders don't want to talk. He's there. He's sitting. He talks all day long.
Now Benoit, the left point, he drops it back. Avalanche with it. A shot wide to the right side, and Stoll goes for it. Stoll's past to Clifford, kicked away from him. Avalanche trying to get to it, but Clifford chips it out to center ice. Chased down by Stoll. Stoll trying to get there into the corner. He throws a check. Stoll still trying to pick it up. Paul Stastny is there for the Avalanche. And still the battle is taken by Stoll. Stoll for the Kings. Sends it down into Clifford. Clifford back to the blue line. Held in by Regehr with a shot. Knocked down by Varlamov. And still loose. Picked up by the Kings.
A couple of spinoramas there without the puck. Brown did a spin. It looked like a Benoit did a spin. No one got the puck.
Now the Avalanche back into the King zone. Pass left side. Benoit. He shoots and a save by Scrivens.
Kings finally got the puck in the offensive zone, but it's not there too long. It's kind of one and done for the Kings. The other way around with the Avalanche. A little bit more straightforward for Colorado here. Keep it going forward and put it on net every chance you get.
Kings went 10 minutes and 46 seconds without a shot. They just had one seconds ago on Varlamov. So the Kings trying to get back in this second period. Long shot from the blue line, knocked down. The shot by Nate Gennon. Avalanche have it again. No score here in the second period. 3:45 to go in the period. Puck comes up to center ice, and Tanner Pearson, he tried to move it ahead to Toffoli, intercepted by the Avalanche. Back they come and driven across the line into the Kings zone, broken up there, and the Kings get it back to center ice as Martinez cleared it.
Again, the Avalanche break it up. Martinez had a pretty good pass. He had speed on the far side with Pearson, but a stick gets in the way.
Willie Mitchell down in the corner, trying to catch up to it. Pearson is there, but the Avs send it down in deep, and Martinez back to get it. He's checked by Cody McLeod. Puck taken away. John Mitchell for the Avalanche. Back to the blue line. Right side. Eric Johnson put it in deep. Now the left wing side held in there. And pass in front. And Scrivens with a save as McLeod threw it right in front of the net. And the save was made as Talbot was right in front of Scrivens.
Now the Avalanche are getting to the pucks. They're throwing it to the net. And I don't think Ben knew where the puck was initially. You'll see him kind of look over his shoulder. He doesn't know where it is, but still, he came across in one piece. He meets the shooter. Good, great replay there, guys. Where you just saw that one push with the right leg. Watch it again, high above Staples, right there. Gets there. He doesn't have to move much, but there's no holes when he moves across. There's nothing between his legs, under his arms, and he makes a save.
Colorado now has 16 shots in this period to 4 for the Kings. Kings win the draw. Back up to center ice they come. Williams, he moves it ahead. Chased in by Dwight King. King check there. Williams follows up back behind the net. Williams down to the ice. King goes for it. Taken away by the Avalanche. They have controlled this period, but it's still scoreless, 0-0. Puck sent down into the King zone, left wing corner. McKinnon overskated it there. Now it comes out to the right side. Erik Johnson. He put it behind the net. Ryan O'Reilly. O'Reilly had it tipped away. Pinching in his Hayden, but the Kings turn it around and up to center ice they come. Clear across the line is Kopitar. He shoots and a save and a rebound. Out to the blue line. Held in by King. Kopitar with it again. Kopitar pass deflects out to center ice off the boards, and Regehr back to get it.
First real chance the Kings have had in this period, and it comes on just kind of a broken play. Kopitar almost had the 2-on-1 with Muzzin. Muzzin was caught up to by the Avalanche, and after that, the Avalanche did a good job collapsing back to the front of the net.
Erik Johnson puts it back behind the King net. Scrivens cuts it off there. He gives it over to Clifford. Clifford on his backhand turns it out of the forehand, but his pass kicked away. Now the Kings have it. Back they come to center ice, working on a 3-on-2. Back across the line, Clifford to Brown. Brown shoots and a glove save. Rebound dropped right in front, but taken by the Avalanche.
That's the second time in this game, Bob, where Varlamov has got the puck into his glove, but then dropped it at the same time.
Now Avs with it, down in deep, but pass in front, and a save made on Parenteau. Great save by Scrivens, and back come the Kings. Here's Brown with Pearson. Brown, good shot, blocked by Stastny. Back up to center. Avalanche again across the line and sent wide with 1:20 to go in the second period.
For the first time in this period, the Kings getting some chances themselves. At the same time, the Avalanche getting better chances. And we've said it before, Bob, the story of this game so far for the Kings is Ben Scrivens doing the job.
In the corner, a battle for it in the King zone. Dug out there and sent over to Willie Mitchell. Mitchell from Voynov. Mitchell takes a high hit there and puts his glove right up to his head. A penalty coming up against the Avs.
Well, the Kings need this, Bob. They need something to change it around.
Now, Willie Mitchell doesn't need any more whacks to the head, and he is still skating around out there. High stick is the call against John Mitchell.
Well, the Avalanche were controlling. They got open there for a minute, but then we'll see Mitchell come in. Yeah, the stick gets up. They kind of bang heads. But Mitchell had the stick. That would be John Mitchell. Had the stick, and it's a double minor. What happened, I think the stick got wedged into the glass. Then it was kind of like a lever. You see the stick come up now. That's against the glass, and then there's nowhere for the head of Willie Mitchell to go. Now the contact with head-to-head was on the other side, so that's why I'm guessing the stick did cause that injury. The cut turns into a double minor.
Doughty holds it into the right point. Kings with 4 minutes with a man advantage now, but we're in the final minute of the second period. 42 seconds to go in this period. Now here is Williams at center. Williams chips it deep into the Avalanche zone. Chased down into the corner by Gennon. And back to the right point. Kings get it to Doughty. Doughty quickly moves it over toward Muzzin. Muzzin's pass in deep to Richards behind the net. Richards back to Kopitar. Kopitar up the middle. Doughty. Doughty shoots, blocked, rebound, Kopitar. Kopitar to Doughty. Doughty to Muzzin. Muzzin shoots, save, rebound. Avalanche with it. Sent around the boards and past Muzzin all the way down the ice. And that's about going to do it for this period. Kings will back to get it. 5 seconds left. Maybe one more rush. Long shot by Doughty is wide. And that is the end of the second period. But when the next period begins, the third period, the Kings are going to have 3 minutes and 4 seconds to go on the power play.
And again, the Kings needed that play with the high stick to double minor because the Avalanche controlled the second period, so it's something that you have to take advantage of. Things not going the way of the Kings so far in this game. Ben Scrivens has done the job. Give your team a chance to win, as Ben has done it once again tonight.
So, scoreless at the end of 2 periods here. We're going to go outside to Julie Stewart-Banks and Alex Curry for a social media update.
I'd rather burn up in flames to fade away. You gotta live it up.
Welcome back to Staples Center. The Kings will be starting period number 3 on the power play. Joined right now by Kings assistant coach John Stevens. John, other than this power play, can you talk about a few things that maybe the Kings have to do a little bit better because the Avalanche control period number 2?
Yeah, you know what, Fox, you're right there. Traditionally this year, they've been a very good second period team. They quick up everything. They're redlining in. They try and get you caught hemmed in your own zone. They did that period. So we got to make quicker plays here with the puck so we can make a second play and get some speed going through neutral zone, allow us some zone time.
I know you can't give away secrets, but any adjustments here on the power play to get things going?
You know, we had a couple good looks there. Some pucks sprayed out the backside there. Maybe just a better presence away from the puck there because we had 2 pucks kicked out the backside there. We got a presence there. I think we have something.
All right, John, thanks very much. So it is an opportune moment here for the Kings to get it going. Again, the Avalanche had it in the second period. They got it going. They kept the momentum on until the end when Mitchell takes the double minor against the Kings, Mitchell. The Kings have an opportunity here, man advantage.
And they've got just over 3 minutes to work on this power play as the faceoff won by Kopitar. Third period underway. No score in the game. Back up to center now. Here is Doughty getting it to the blue line to Richards, but it's broken up and cleared right back at Scrivens. He just leaves it there for Doughty. Doughty back up to center ice. Doughty still with it across the blue line. He dropped it over on the right side to Kopitar. Now down in the corner. Kopitar again with it. Back across left point. Doughty. Doughty up the middle. Taken there by Muzzin to Doughty. Doughty walking in. Feeds it into Richards in front. Loose puck. And the Avalanche are going to get to it and bring it out to center ice and clear it into the King zone. Cleared all the way down by Talbot.
Tight spaces down low. Mike Richards had the puck behind the net. He was just trying to feed it through, but the Avalanche, another thing they did very well in the second period, starting in the third, good stick position to break it up.
Now the Kings again down in deep with only 4 seconds left on this first of the double minor. Now we're into the second of the double minors, so the Kings still with a man advantage. Puck taken by Stoll. Stoll left side. He shoots. Varlamov knocked it up in the air. Puck comes back behind the net. Chased down there and picked up by Andre Benoit, and he clears for the Avalanche.
Pretty good penalty kill here so far. What's happening, the Avalanche are taking away passing lanes, and Varlamov knows where the shot is coming from. If that's the case, he's going to make the save.
Up ahead, across the line, Kings with it, but it rolls away from Toffoli and cleared back into the King zone again.
Something we haven't seen too often. Again, the Avalanche go 4 across the blue line a lot on the penalty kill, so the Kings trying to get speed on the outside. It's not happening.
Drop back at the blue line to Kopitar. Kopitar across the line, taken away and cleared again by the Avalanche. Nate Gennon.
I think the way you get around this 4 across is to get the dump in, but you have to make the dump in quick so the guys with speed can get there.
Kings have only 1 shot on it. They got a minute to go on the power play. Thrown in by Doughty. Doughty with speed goes behind the net. Gets tipped up in the air, and now the Kings have it in the Avalanche zone. Can they set it up? They get it on the left wing boards. Back to the blue line to Muzzin. Muzzin sends it right side. Kopitar. And now back to Muzzin at the blue line. Muzzin hangs on. Back over to Kopitar. Kopitar down in deep in the corner. Taken there by Richards. He shoots. It's wide. Rebound off the boards. Kings keep it in. Here's Williams. Williams left side. Williams down into Kopitar. Kopitar behind the net. Feeds it back on the right side to Doughty. Doughty at the blue line to Kopitar. Kopitar still with it. Makes a move. Still has the puck. But it's batted away. And the Avalanche unable to clear yet. Now they do back into the King zone right at Scrivens.
Everything on the outside for the Kings on the power play. And again, the Avalanche, once again, that last play, Kopitar tried to make a move. Stick on puck to break it up.
Maybe one more chance here. 5 seconds to go on the power play. Puck thrown in. Avalanche back in to get it. They're going to kill the penalty, and they are back at full strength.
Really nothing going there for the Kings, Bob. Again, most of the time struggling to get possessions entering the zone.
Kings miss a golden opportunity to get 1, maybe 2 on that 4-minute minor. Now the Avs win it. Back behind the King net. Pass by Landeskog. Back to Landeskog again. He goes behind the net, but he's checked there, and the puck taken by the Kings and cleared up ahead to center ice. Down into the Avalanche zone. He's down in, back behind the net. Hard check throw there is coming in with Carcillo. Now right side, a shot wide off the boards. Puck comes back to Willie Mitchell. Mitchell gives it to Carcillo. Carcillo tried to roll it in front. Deflects over now to O'Reilly, and he gets it to the blue line, but not out. Willie Mitchell with it. Mitchell gets back in front, just tipped wide. as Vey got his stick on it. Now Lyndon Vey again into the corner. Vey right side, his shot blocked. Vey goes for it again. Landeskog has it, but Vey has it. Now Vey and Landeskog spin around, and the puck is taken by McKinnon, and he spins away from a check and brings it up to center ice. Here's Nathan McKinnon. He shoots wide to the left side. Puck taken by the Kings. We're in the third period with no score in the game. Back up to center ice. Loose puck gathered in by Stoll. He took a hit, but he drove it across to the blue line. Now it's picked up by the Kings again. Down the left wing side. Chasing it down in deep is Brown. Brown gets checked there. Avalanche have the puck. And they clear. Yes, out to center ice. And Doughty is going to gather in the loose puck now. Back in the Kings zone and give it to Muzzin. Muzzin up ahead to center. Kings try to get it over to Clifford, but it's broken up by Parenteau, taken by Clifford again. He got knocked down, and the Avalanche send it in. It is tough going out there to get any opportunity.
It's those brittle things. It's the sticks in the lanes. I think that's coming right to the forefront of this game for the Avalanche.
Here's Doughty, pass right side, shot from there, knocked down, rebound, Richards, and a save by Varlamov, whose helmet gets knocked off again.
He's not a happy camper right now. That was a 5-on-5 entry with Doughty taking over and getting the puck wide, and it's the first time really the Kings, they had the chances with the man advantage, couldn't get it in, but Doughty takes over 5-on-5, head up all the way, then puts it to the outside. It's not the first shot that's a danger, it's the rebound. You see Richard, he just kind of shovels it on the backhand. Then the sticks come up. Richard's stick, he's trying to battle. He's not trying to go after the goaltender, but that's exactly what John Stevens was talking about. He was talking more power play situation, but this is away from the puck, drive and get around the front of the net.
Kings 0 for 4 on the power play tonight, and they have one shot on each of those power plays. Here is Richards trying to come back out in front. Avalanche zone. His pass and a shot wide to the right side by Pearson. Chased down by Toffoli. McLeod put it behind the net. Now pass back up the middle, deflects to the blue line. Kings hold it in there. They get it back on the left wing side. Down into Tanner Pearson, but it's taken away. And the Avalanche come to the blue line, and it is back to the Avalanche zone, but the Kings would have been offside to touch it, so Pearson gets to it, and he flips it in, and the Kings want to get a line change. 14:10 to go here in the third period. 0-0 tie so far. Avalanche and the Kings. Pass. Kopitar wanted to intercept. He didn't get it. Here's McKinnon across the line. Kings zone. Drops it back to O'Reilly with a shot and a save by Scrivens. So we will have a face-off in the Kings zone as Scrivens makes the
Score Kings and Avs. We talked about the Kings power play breakout struggling. You see Kopitar going to go onto the outside. Doughty's going to go the other way and go up the middle. But watch the Avalanche. At this point, they basically have 4 across. They end up with 2 guys on one side, 2 guys on the other, but watch how they cover that far lane. That's the most important thing. That's where Kopitar is. That's who the Kings want to get the puck to. So again, the Kings, Doughty wants to get it to Kopitar, but on the far side, again, the Avalanche taking away that opportunity. So Doughty has to go the other way, and you see the Kings don't get the clean pass. They don't get the entry, so haven't seen too much of that. That's kind of old-style penalty kill where you kind of line up 4 guys across the blue line, and Drew Doughty unable to get the right option going, but then when it went 5-on-5, he was more effective breaking in the zone.
Kopitar on the draw here against McKinnon, and Kopitar wins the draw. The Kings hit it to Mitchell, and now to King, and he got it out to center ice. Avalanche almost lose it as King just couldn't get there in time. Puck taken now by Andre Benoit. He's in his 3rd year, 29 years old. Puck comes back to the King line, broken up there and back into the neutral zone where the Kings have it. Backhand pass by Williams, taken away by the Avalanche. And they get it back over on the left wing side to O'Reilly. Now to McKinnon. He shoots. It's wide off the glass. Rebound all the way back out to center ice and taken there by Eric Johnson. Number 1 overall pick by St. Louis in 2006. Johnson out of Bloomington, Minnesota. Gives it now to McKinnon. McKinnon over to Landeskog. Try to give it back to McKinnon. Comes around to Carcillo. Carcillo put it back behind the net. Picked up by Muzzin. Muzzin slaps it around the left side. And Dwight King gets it out to center ice. King's pass, chased down by Carcillo in the Avalanche zone. Avs get back to pick it up, though. P.A. Parenteau. Here's Parenteau. Gets it back out to center ice, taken there by Jamie McGinn. Now the Avs in the neutral zone, send it into the King's zone behind the net. Scrivens Leaves it there for Martinez. His pass comes out to the left point, but held in there at the blue line by Nate Gannon. He drives it in deep. It comes around the left wing boards, and the Kings get to it. Can they clear? No. Right point. Held in there. Sent around the boards by Tyson Barrie. Now a shot by Stastny is wide. Rebound. Barrie shoots. Tipped wide. Back behind the net. Avs go for it again. Back to the blue line. Tyson Barrie hangs on. He moves it back to the left point. Now back to Barrie. He turns, shoots, and a save. Scrivens. And the Kings come back out with it to center ice. Pass over the left wing side. Colin Fraser moves it down into Lyndon Vey. Vey along the boards. He tried to give it to the Kings. Voinov down in deep. Voinov wrap around, and the net is dislodged. If the puck went in, it's no goal.
The referee waved it off, and the first bit of offense the Kings get is because Voinov becomes aggressive, and as the kind of the fourth attacker stays down low, it was the Kings defenseman Voinov that tried to wrap around. And then there was a second and maybe third opportunity. Varlamov able to make sure it doesn't go in, at least until it was too late for the Kings. There's the first opportunity, but the puck is free. Stick on it there. Now, as it's going between the pads, it's still loose, but now the net's off. And Dustin Brown was involved. Watch 23 with Brown. He's the guy that's leaning up against the post. Then the Avalanche player, that's Stastny, he knocks it off. But you see the referee had already blown it down by then. So close call, good jam attempt. Voinov gets it going. Dustin Brown right on the post.
Face off in the Avalanche zone. Jarrett Stoll for the Kings. And the Avs win the draw, though. The face-off by John Mitchell. And back up to center ice. Avalanche with it to the King blue line. Sent down in deep into the corner and then behind the net. McLeod goes for it there. Mitchell leaves it, and it's flipped up and out of play.
The face-off's going to come outside. The Avalanche with a guilty party there. Kings fans come out to Hooters West Covina Wednesday, November 27th, 7:30 to 10:30. The Kings take on the San Jose Sharks. Bailey, Jay Flats, Ice Crew will be there to give away Kings merchandise and more. So come cheer on your Los Angeles Kings. LAKings.com/Hooters for more details.
Monday night we'll be in Vancouver. Kings live at 6:30 as the Kings take on the Vancouver Canucks. Game time is 7. And then Wednesday night, the game that Jim just told you about, the watch party, Kings and the San Jose Sharks. Avalanche with it. Kings zone. Backhander by McLeod is wide. Rebound to Foley. Chips it out to center ice.
To Foley, make sure right there, those battles on the boards going to be very important here. The Avalanche, they're not going to back off, and they keep coming. Look at it, pinching down the wall.
Here's John Mitchell down in deep, and it rolled away from him, but picked up by Cody McLeod. McLeod turns, his shot off the boards. Kings chase it down in their own zone. Pass up the left side, Tanner Pearson. Pearson gets another chance and a third chance to get it to center, and he does. To Richard. Now back over on the right wing side across the line. In front is Tanner Pearson. They can't get it to him. Puck picked up by the Avalanche and cleared back to center. Taken there and across the line. Landeskog shoots and a save and a rebound. Landeskog again back behind the net. A wraparound knocked away. And the Kings start back to center ice. Dwight King on the left wing. King moving in. King had it tipped away from him by Johnson. And back out to center.
Rick Johnson did a good job with the stick once again. So it's not necessarily body contacts the Avalanche are being effective with. It's just getting the stick on the puck and numerous times breaking it up.
O'Reilly drives it back into the King zone. Back along the boards, left side, taken by Kopitar. Kopitar moves it up ahead, gets it back again from Doughty. Kopitar to Doughty. Doughty, left side. Now Williams got checked and went down to the ice, and the puck held in by the Kings. They get it off the boards, left side, held in down in deep by King. Now the Kings still with it. Rolls over to Kopitar. Into Dwight King. Dwight King still has it. Tried to give it to Kopitar behind the net. He gets checked there. King comes by to get it. King to Williams. Williams down the corner. Kopitar is also there trying to get it. Kopitar gets it on the stick. Gives it to Dwight King. Back to Kopitar. Kopitar to the blue line. To Mitchell. Mitchell's pass. Broken up and taken by the Avalanche and cleared back out to center.
Well, that's the second time in a row the Kings able to get chances because of activating defensemen. It was Drew Doughty that time, earlier Voinov, so maybe that's the key for the Kings. Get the defenseman involved.
Puck across the line, broken up by the Avs and sent back to the King line where Regehr breaks it up. Now Stoll goes for it. He didn't get it, and it's sent down across the line into the Avalanche zone. Back up on the right wing side. Avs into the King zone. And a shot deflected in the corner. Corey Sarich's shot and deflected up out of play. 9:03 to go in the third, and we're still scoreless.
Chamberlain, saves of the game. Ben Scrivens, he's been on top of things. Couple of bounces right there, a little pinball action. Up a couple, right off the pad, gets in position. And sometimes you react, sometimes you go to technique, and I think we've seen just about everything tonight from Ben Scrivens. He's had the technique, he's had the fundamentals, he's had the anticipation, he's had reflexes, everything he can possibly do to keep his team in this game.
Now the face-off to the left of Scrivens as the Kings and Avs are in a tight battle here in the third period. No score in the game. Puck taken back behind the net by the Kings and cleared up on the right wing side. Here's Brown. Sent it across the line, and then he got knocked down, and so did the linesman, and the play is whistled dead.
They called offside. He couldn't get the whistle to his lips quick enough because he was down trying to protect himself from falling to the ice. Pinball action earlier. This is bowling ball action here with Dustin Brown going down, and the linesman goes down too. Almost gets that leg in behind him, but finally he comes out the other side and says, there it is, offside. Yeah, come back here, face off.
That's Brian Mock. It is not easy out there to be an official.
Yeah, big smile.
Face off just outside the Avalanche blue line now. Kings will be back here at home after that two-game road trip a week from tonight against the Calgary Flames. That game time is going to be 7 p.m. a week from tonight. Puck comes back out to center ice and taken away and sent across the King line. Intercepted there by McGinn for a moment.
You can't force it in this type of a game. You just cannot do those forced situations because the Avalanche are picking off passes.
Over to Williams, now to Kopitar, Avalanche zone. Kopitar down the right side. He gets checked in the corner, gets help there from Williams. Justin Williams has it. All the way to the blue line, turns and gets it to Kopitar. Kopitar's pass deflects off an Avalanche, and then it's picked up by Stastny back behind his own net.
The Kings have the puck. Nothing's pretty right now. I mean, every team, both teams fighting for every inch of the ice, so it's one of those, throw it to the net when you get the chance because those opportunities are few and far between for both teams right now at this point in the game.
Doughty to Richards. Richards drives it into the right corner. Rebound off the boards. Kings have it. Shot. He's deflected wide. Richards behind the net. Richards still with it. Drops it off along the boards. Kings trying to find some room in the Avalanche zone. It's set in by Toffoli in toward Richards. Avalanche break it up, and they get it out to center ice. Kings take it away, and Martinez slaps it right back in. 7:27 to go here in the third. 0-0. Up to center ice. Pass on the right side. Sent across the line by Talbot. Back behind the net. Martinez with it. He's checked by John Mitchell. Gets it around to Toffoli. Toffoli checked there, and Martinez over to help out. Now Cody McLeod for the Avalanche. King zone. McLeod tried to go into the corner, then tried to come back behind the net, but he gets checked there, and the Kings, Willie Mitchell gets it around the boards. A nice hop for the Kings, but a penalty.
And behind the play, Mitchell's going to go off, I believe, a high stick, and is it going to be a double minor? It's Talbot in behind, and the referee's right there to check to see if it's an injury situation. So they're waving a couple guys over, and Dustin Brown coming across to talk with the official. Willie Mitchell going to the penalty box. The Kings had a chance with a double minor. There it is, yeah.
Penalty, number 33, 2 minutes for high stick.
It's just 2 minutes, but the stick was definitely up with Willie Mitchell. He was just kind of turning and trying to get himself up the ice, but he led with the stick. So the Kings had their chances, and now the Avalanche.
Number 33, Willie Mitchell.
Talbot goes to the bench and gets a rest, and the skilled guys come on the ice. The Avs use 4 forwards on their power play. O'Reilly's position as a point man right now, and they're looking to take the lead.
This is only their second power play of the game. Face off in the King zone. McKinnon jumped too soon, but Mitchell stays in to take the draw, and the Kings have the puck, and it's clear.
Stoll wins it cleanly. Voynov very active with a stick to get it down the ice.
Jim, I've noticed a lot lately that forwards jumping too soon, and still they keep the face-off man in the circle. Right side, here's McKinnon. McKinnon back to the blue line. Held in there and sent down the left wing side. Now it carries behind the net. Kings go for it, but it comes in the corner to McKinnon. He gets it back to the blue line. Now back toward McKinnon. Comes around over on the left side, centered up the middle. John Mitchell gets it back to the blue line. Now Andre Benoit back over left side. And again, the Avalanche with it. Center to John Mitchell. Here's John Mitchell still with it. Back to the blue line. Avalanche on the power play. Chance to take the lead. Pass down in deep to Mitchell. Taken away by Stoll, but he can't clear. Now then Benoit shoots, blocked, rebound. O'Reilly sends it left side, gets it back. Ryan O'Reilly pass in front, saved by Scrivens, and a rebound sent wide. Mitchell center by. Mitchell again shoots, deflected by Scrivens, and then a shot, another save by Scrivens. This one on Parenteau. Pass to the blue line. Kings again. Can't get it out. Shot by O'Reilly and a save. And the fans are on their feet cheering Ben Scrivens.
I beat him to their feet, Bob, because that one save off to the far side was Jonathan Quick-like. I mean, the way his pad came across to get a piece of it, it goes all the way, there it is there. He just jumps across all one motion. Again, the anticipation is part of it. He kind of knew McKinnon was there, but I think he felt that O'Reilly was going to try to find him, and he got the entire pad across. 4 shots so far, but nothing by Ben Scrivens. The Avalanche doing everything possible. I mean, they moved it around. They had it on the crease. They had one-timers, could not get it by the goaltender.
Kings won the draw and cleared it into the Avalanche zone. 33 seconds to go on this power play. Avalanche send it into the Kings zone again, chased down by Muzzin. He slaps it off the boards into the Avalanche zone. 20 seconds left to go on the King penalty. Back to get it, Tyson Barrie. Starts it back up to center. Feeds it on the right side. Now driven around the left wing side of the King zone. Avalanche trying to get to it. It comes through to Stastny. Stastny gets it back to Tyson Barrie at the blue line. Back to Stastny. Stastny with it back to Barrie. Kings back at full strength. Shot just wide. Kings are back at full strength, but the Avs have the puck in the King zone. Now set around the boards. Back to Tyson Barrie at the right point. Barrie, his shot. Wide off the boards, and it's going to be taken by Colin Thurzer for the Kings, and it ships it to the blue line, but not out yet. It bounces in front. Stastny with a shot knocked away by Scrivens. The Kings get it back to the blue line and skate it out to center ice now as Voynov sends it in deep.
Kings need a whistle here just to kind of slow things down. The best way to get a whistle, put the puck in the other team's net.
That would work. Puck is along the boards, and the Avalanche dig it out. Back they come to center ice, but Doughty takes it away. Now back to the King blue line. Coming down to 4 minutes to go in regulation. Pass on the right side. Thrown down around the boards over to Pearson. Pearson behind the net, but stepping in front of him, Nate Gennon. Gennon took it away from the Avs, gives it to Cody McLeod. McLeod cleared it high in the air to center and bounces down toward Doughty. Doughty back in to get it. Tipped away from him, but back in to get it is Tyler Toffoli. The Avalanche changing on the fly. Here's Toffoli to center ice. Toffoli sends it deep into the Avalanche zone. Chased in there. Toffoli couldn't get there. It's picked up by Landeskog. He goes back behind the net. Check there. And Toffoli brought it out in front. Tried to get a shot, but couldn't get good wood on it. And the puck taken by the Avalanche. Back they come to center. Ryan O'Reilly across the line. This pass left side. Down in deep. Adds with it. And the net is dislodged.
The penalty coming up against Dwight King for that back check. The Avalanche gets speed on the attack. Landeskog drives. Interference the call. Second straight power play coming up for the Colorado. Chance on the power play. O'Reilly on the far side. He's going to the net. Excuse me, that's Landeskog. And you can see the contact with King without the puck being there. Now, two guys were just kind of driving against each other. A lot of times they'll kind of let that go because, again, it's two guys just leaning against each other. But when a penalty is called, it goes against the team defending, and that's what happens there with Dwight King. Don't blame him for doing what he did. He had to take Landeskog. But it was that speed on the entry that was important for the Avalanche. That brought the Kings back to a situation where they had to take a penalty.
Big face-off here in the Kings zone. Kopitar wins the draw, but who's got the puck in the corner? Kopitar goes for it. Gets his stick on it, but the Avs get it back again. Here's Ryan O'Reilly. He moves it out to the left point. Now down along the left wing side on the power play. Avalanche with another chance here. Passing deep. A wraparound comes wide. Taken by O'Reilly. He's pushed back toward the blue line. He dropped it off in the corner. Still a battle for it there as the Avalanche have it again. They got a man in front. It's Mitchell. It comes all the way to the blue line. Taken by Ryan O'Reilly. Moved it back in the middle. John Mitchell shoots. Deflected and cleared by the Kings. Robin Regehr.
The Avalanche interchange positions, always seem to have someone open, but they're not getting the shots through. That tells me the Kings are getting in the shooting lanes.
2:45 to go in regulation. Kings take it away. It's cleared again. Back down into the Avalanche zone. Cleared there by Willie Mitchell. He and McKinnon battled a little bit after it was cleared. Now the Avs start back out again. 2.5 to go in regulation. No score in the game. Avalanche on the power play in the King zone. Stoll comes back to throw a check. Comes to Tyson Barrie. Gets it left side. Back over to Stastny, but broken up. Barrie gets it again. It rolled away from Brown. Now Doughty with it. He clears it.
Well, that was the stick of Stoll getting in the way. Then Doughty knew what he was going to do before he got there. Finds the lane, clears to the ice.
Avs still with it on the power play for another 35 seconds, and they hold it onside. Landeskog just did hold it onside. Puck comes around to Stastny, taken away by the Kings. Can they clear? Not yet. And now up to center. Brought to center by Bay. Lyndon Bay, the rookie, across the blue line, sends it back to center ice. Kings point off, drives it in, and stopped there by Varlamov. 13 seconds to go in the power play. Avs back again into the King zone. They have no shots on this so far. In front, taken away, and can the Kings clear it? They do into the corner, but not out yet. Now the Kings have it, and out of the penalty box is Dwight King. Pass up to center ice to King. King gives it over to Williams. Williams, Avalanche zone to Kopitar. Kopitar gets it back into Dwight King. King driving behind the net. Rolls away from him into the corner. Kings hold it in again. They get it to Kopitar. Kopitar with a minute 10 to go in regulation. Kopitar with it. Back to the blue line and out to center, and Doughty back to get it. Doughty back to give it over to Muzzin, and now 1 minute left in regulation. No score in the game. Puck comes back down into John Mitchell of the Avalanche. He gets it out to center, and the Kings chase it down. They get it to Willie Mitchell. Mitchell slaps it right back in. Back behind the net. Varlamov cuts it off. 44 seconds to go in regulation. Avalanche, Cody McLeod moves it up ahead into the King zone. Down the right side. A check thrown there by Willie Mitchell. Puck is down the corner, then behind the net. Mitchell with it. And the Kings move it back behind the net again with 30 seconds to go in regulation. Still no score in the game. Kings move it up the left side to Richards. Richards sent it up to center ice. Knocked down there. Picked up and sent down in deep by Toffoli. Tyler Toffoli into the corner, left side. Check there. Kings have it. Richards, 13 seconds to go in the game in the regulation. Puck is taken away by the Avalanche. They get it to center ice. And it comes back on the left side with 5 seconds to go. Martinez shoots. It's up high and off the glass. And we are going to overtime. 0-0.
Well, Bob will try to break down the game right here with our volleyball game analysis.
Colorado is 0, your Kings 0.
And we'll change that up to Southern California Toyota dealers game analysis. Ben Scrivens, story of the game. Varlamov doing his job. The power plays. The Avalanche probably had the better chances. The Kings couldn't get it cranked up with the man advantage. And Bob, I think the Kings find themselves in the exact opposite position than the last game they played, where they dominated the game and couldn't get the 2 points. Tonight, other than the first period, which was kind of even, both teams had opportunities in the first to play their game, their style. Second period, and I even think the third period, the Avalanche have controlled the play and dictated the pace, and so now the Kings can get something out of it. They're going to get a point at least, but go for that bonus and get the 2. Every point so important here in the Western Conference. SoCal Honda dealers help the assist of the game. Well, the assist for the point, at least, that the Kings are going to get is going to go to Ben Scrivens. Because he is like Corey Schneider last game, when Schneider helped the Devils in. Ben Scrivens, and it was funny yesterday in practice. Daryl Sutter was saying how Ben Scrivens has done a good job, but he hasn't really been busy. He's been busy tonight. I mean, he's made 5 goal-stopping saves. Every save stops a goal, but 5 that would have been in the back of the net because of good movement by the Avalanche. You see the OT records. The Kings a little bit more familiar with the extra period.
Boy, those 3 saves he made on that power play by the Avalanche in the third period were unbelievable. In that third period, Colorado had 10 shots, the Kings 4. Regulation ends with Colorado 31 shots, the Kings 18. And we head to overtime, 4-on-4 skating. Kings right now with 33 points, and the Avalanche with 33. Somebody's going to get one more tonight.
Keep your eye on the defenseman. Again, 4-on-4. Ends up being more of a man-on-man situation than 5-on-5 would be. The Kings have Muzzin and Doughty out there right now. They'll be looking to join.
Avs in their own zone. Jan Hayda chased there by Kopitar. He gets it around to Eric Johnson. Johnson's pass. Now comes back to him. He gets it to center ice. Here's Paul Stastny. Stastny's pass to Jan Hayda. Hayda gives it to Parento. P.A. Parento. His pass intercepted by Kopitar. And the Kings back to center ice. Working down the 3-on-2. Kopitar's the trailer. Williams goes to the right side. He gives it in deep to Muzzin. Muzzin behind the net with Kopitar. Muzzin into the corner. Drops it to Kopitar. Kopitar to the blue line. Held in there. Kings get it over to Doughty. He makes a spin move to get free. Feeds it back on the right side. Now to Muzzin. Muzzin, his shot blocked back out to center ice. And Muzzin back to get it. We're in sudden death overtime. Here, offside called against the Kings.
A reminder, Kings Live presented by your so-called Mazda dealers coming up right after the game, so we'll break it down. And looking forward to the Kings getting the extra bonus point, but the Avalanche, again, I mentioned it earlier in the game, I think the Avalanche showing a little maturity for a young team under a first-year head coach in Patrick Roy. They've done a pretty good job since that first period, taking over the game, and not necessarily a wide-open track beat, but they've done it different ways, with speed and with some cycles and forechecks.
Richards wins the draw for the Kings. Richards and Brown up front. Richards just across the King blue line. He's got it. He tried to get it to Brown. Brown chasing it down in deep. Brown behind the net. He gets knocked down there. Richards comes in to look for the loose puck. Brown gets up and has it on his stick. Brown comes around in front. Around in the save by Varlamov. And a pass back up the right side. Here's McKinnon, the 18-year-old. Right side, McKinnon shoots on a save by Scrivens. And a rebound over to O'Reilly. O'Reilly put it back down to McKinnon. McKinnon trying to get around Regehr. Regehr checks it there and takes the puck away.
Get to that spot first. He had to. McKinnon is just flying out there, looking for any opportunity. Regehr, he goes with the old veteran sense to get body position first and knock the man off the puck.
Kings slowly back to center ice. Pass on the right wing side. Taken there by Tyler Toffoli. Toffoli at the right point. Toffoli checked by Talbot. Toffoli down the corner. Talbot checks him there again. Here's Lyndon Vay with it now, but he gets away from him, and back come the Avalanche to center ice. Chipped into the King zone. Down the right side. Here is Landeskog. Threw it right in front of him. He got knocked down hard by Willie Mitchell, and the net is dislodged.
Landeskog drives to the net. He did that to draw the penalty against Dwight King, and Mitchell said, no, not this time. And made sure that he was extra strong. Right at that point of contact. And Landeskog tries to hold him off with one hand. Look at that leverage. That's just going down a little bit deeper. And watch the thrust of the legs of Willie Mitchell. Down low, throw, and make sure the man doesn't get there.
Now the face-off to the right of Ben Scrivens, King zone. And the draw taken by the Kings, won by Jarrett Stoll. To Doughty. Doughty cut off by John Mitchell. 2:45 to go in the overtime. Pass up ahead, Kings come to center ice. Here across the line is Kopitar. Kopitar went to shoot and didn't have the puck, and back come the Avalanche. Kings have got to get back. Avalanche into the King zone. Pass up the middle, John Mitchell. Mitchell pass in front. Score on the rebound. And the Avalanche win the game. On the rebound, it was put in by Jamie McGinn.
I know what happened, Bob, here. It goes off of Jarrett Stoll. It's one of those bounce situations. You could sense it was going to happen. The Avalanche had the outnumbered attack. And then it kind of broke down. But then they got it to the net, they crashed, the rebound, and I think Stoll was backing up the play. Here's a little bit of a mix-up. You see Muzzin wanted to join. From this point, it's a 3-on-2. They're reviewing this, but I believe it goes off of Stoll. Shot, rebound, Stoll. Hayda's there, number 8. But I believe it's just Jarrett Stoll on the back check. Yeah, it may have gone off like the helmet, the face, the shoulder, the top of the body. There it is. It's the arm of Jarrett Stoll, the left arm of Jarrett Stoll. So in essence, you see the Avalanche, they celebrate, they get a win. They're showing a little bit more maturity than a lot of people would expect. They are getting it done. Reading stories about them coming into this game, they're just saying that they're just finding ways to get it done. And they certainly found it right there. But in all honesty, unfortunately last game the Kings should have got 2 points. They didn't get it. They got 1. Maybe they didn't deserve to get 1 tonight, but they found a way to get into it. Outstanding goaltending, and the Avs win it.